What we have is tonight and then 4 more Saturdays, not next Saturday because we're off next Saturday, all of us. So tonight we're going to get through chapters 1 through 6 real quick. And then we're going to go to the kitchen, the dock, then the cave, and then we'll do a wrap up. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. So everybody that reads this needs to contribute because that way we'll get too fast. If you remember, this is a book about a guy meeting God at a shack. That's why it's called the shack. The way he gets there is he gets a note in his mailbox that says that he will be at the shack and he wants to meet. If you want to meet, he'll be there in 2 weeks. So what's happened is it then goes back to how they got to this point. And that's what chapters 1 through 6 is about, is how he got to the excuse me, the point of why does that bother your mouth whenever you get that cramp in your leg? The point of getting back to the shack, and there's some things that happen. How they get up there the first time is they go camping. Now, last week we read about the sacrifice at Monotoma Falls, and the young maiden sacrificed herself for the tribe, and we related that to how or Jesus sacrificed himself for actually the whole tribe of the world. Because he said himself, the Son of Man did not come, he came to sacrifice himself for all the world, not just those of whose think he did for. So it's everybody. We're all included. And as Jeff said in his prayer, even the bad Jews had blood on their doorposts. So he sacrificed himself for all. Some of the things it talks about in here is the little girl named Missy asked her daddy if she would ever have to sacrifice herself. And his answer was no. If one of your children ever come up to you and ask you, will they die before you? What are you going to answer? No, of course not. They're not going to die before you are. And that was his answer. And then later on, and how many of you, did I ask this last week, campers ever had camping trips, like camp on a regular basis? So you know what, there's been some really bad camping trips, right? But there's some really good ones. They had a really good camping trip going. They've been out there all for 3 days, 4 days. Now, I don't know if I told her. Oh, she's not here. She's taking care of your baby now. I don't know whose baby she's taking. I don't know where my wife's at. Anyway, her and I and my daughter and my son and some friends, we used to camp about 200 miles southeast of where this story takes place, in Idaho. I was stationed up there in the Air Force, so we got to do a lot of camping up there. And we had some of the camping trips just like they had, where everything went really good. Fortunately, we never had to lose our daughter in the process. And that's what happens. He loses a daughter. Now, the thing is, a lot of this is really, if you think about it, decision-making processes. First of all, and then he goes in back towards the end before he goes into the what-if scenario. Anybody ever been to the what-if scenario? What if I made this decision? What if I'd done that this way? Well, he could do that for a whole bunch of things. First of all, what if I didn't take these kids to camping that weekend anyway? What if I hadn't ran out there and tried to save? And he had to make a decision. Have you got to the point where they had to make a decision? A real tough decision. Remember I told you a story last week about the guy who had to make a decision whether to save a bunch of people or his son and the train thing? Well, Mac has to make a decision whether to save his son, who is drowning, or keep an eye on his daughter. Now, he didn't know he was making that decision at the time, but he was. Have you guys read the book? Okay. So sometimes we really don't know when we make a decision where the ripple effect of that decision goes from there. From that point we're dropping in and how far reaching a decision that we make goes. I mean, you think about the, if you haven't read the book, it's kind of hard. But he does, there's 2 kids, there's 2 oldest children, well, not 2 oldest children, because he's got 5, but 2 of the middle children. They're the age of my grandson and granddaughter, 10 years old, around 10 years old, and 12, like that. I think one's a teenager, if I remember the book right. The boy's a teenager, right? Anyway, they're out in the canoe, out in the lake, in the middle of the lake. Well, the girl, it waves, and the canoe tips over. They both have life jackets on. But one of the life jackets hangs up under the canoe. Now, I've never been in a canoe. I probably wouldn't fit now. I couldn't. Who's a canoeer? You're a canoeer? So you could probably explain to us better what could happen with 2. I guess, is there like a 2-man canoe? I always just thought there was like that. Was they both got their own hull? Okay.
Well, actually, it's open.
It's open?
It's very...
So they're sitting there, and it says right here, it says, it's remarkable how a seemingly insignificant action caused all sorts of problems. Now, if you think about Adam and Eve, that action of, I don't know what that action would have been, but we always assume it's like reached up and pulled. I think the apple is what everybody assumes it was, the fruit from the knowledge of good and evil. But reached up and grabbed him, doing this, that has caused a lot of problems for mankind. Now, him making a decision, or his daughter waving at her, they're flipping over, and then he's got to make a decision. Now, he doesn't really probably think about a 6-year-old daughter sitting at this table, cutting in the cutting board. I mean, I would have. I would have just thought immediately, because how many times have you had to react to an emergency situation? Somebody getting hurt, you just talked about somebody getting hurt. Did you think about your other child at the same time whenever that was going on? It's easy to do. It's understandable to get caught up in the scenario of only scratching what itches, right? Even though something else may worse be happening. Well, we don't know that. We do not know what an action that we do or a decision we make, how's it going to impact those around us. Now, I guarantee you, the what ifs really would have been, the story is not it is a true story. It has happened. But this instance is not a true story. But there are people who have made decisions who have lost a very important part of their family, their life. I'm just blessed by the great God that something like that has happened to me. Because I really don't know how I'd react. I really do not know how I'd react if something like that happened. I'll be honest with you. I've had one of those pretty easy lives with my relationship. I've got some knuckleheads I have to deal with. Don't want to play the guitar. After Dan spent all that time tuning. But as we go through this book, we're going to find out that getting to know God the way this Mr. Young somehow got to know God. Now, I don't know, who just started? Did you read about his little is it autobiography when he writes it himself or biography? I always get them mixed up. Where he writes about about himself at the beginning of the book, where how he had an abusive father. And you need to read that because that gives you a bit of upset.
I just did chapter 1 so
yeah.
far. So
Okay. No, it's actually the introduction. If you don't read the introduction, it's kind of hard to really understand what this guy's writing about. Why this guy's writing the way he is.
Lord, yeah.
You didn't read it either. Huh?
No, I'm giving her
So I do my
But anyway, this guy, a lot of us have had bad things happen in our lives through our families, parents, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know who's had you had perfect parents, Steve.
Unfortunately, he didn't. But God was good.
And